What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a couple months since we last posted anything related to this channel, cars, life updates, whatever it might be. I owe you guys a huge apology for that. Life has just been super busy and I have a lot of updates for you guys, a lot of good things coming for the channel, for the garage, and for you guys. So recently we hit 10,000 subscribers. That is a huge milestone for us. We've had this channel 10 years now since I've been making like car content. Taken a while to get to 10,000. Couldn't have done it without you guys. So as a token of my appreciation, I wanted to do a free giveaway. There's no purchase necessary. All you gotta do is follow the instructions down below in the description, but essentially subscribe to the channel if you haven't, post down a comment below, and give me a thumbs up. And then also, if you have Instagram, head on over to our Instagram page. It's the same as our YouTube, Buy Your Build, all one word. Throw us a like and a follow, and it's really as simple as that. We'll probably announce the giveaway winner sometime at the end of July or early August. Let me show you what we got for first prize. So we got this beautiful HKS Tone partnership. This is an all steel construction toolbox. HKS released this a few months ago in very limited production. These are probably all sold out nationwide right now as far as I know. So I have one left and I wanted to give this away because this is a really nice tool chest as I struggle to open it with one hand. But as you can see, it folds open from the top and you have some storage here on either side, and you even get some nice HKS livery stickers that you can throw on the top of the box. Those stickers will go right here and right here. It weighs like 10 pounds, really heavy duty. You could throw this in the back of your car, your truck, or just keep it in your garage, or you don't even have to use it for tools and just have it as a collectible item. So that's gonna be first place. Second place, we're gonna do a $100 gift card towards the website. And then third place, we'll give you a $50 gift card also to the website. And with each little gift, we'll throw in some free merch pack as well for some new shirts that we're having designed for the channel. Big update number 2. So as you guys know, this channel and the garage has really been kind of like a one-man show for the past several years. And with a lot of cars coming in now for work, thank you guys. A lot of people have hit me up for parts and installs because of the videos that I post here on the channel. So most recently, we hired Ben,
Hi.
who is currently under the car. And if you've been following the channel for a couple years now, you may have seen the feature we did with Ben on his Nissan 200. And we'll do another video on that car at some point. But since then, it's undergone a lot of work, fully built motor. It's been turbocharged. It has a standalone ECU, new wheels, new suspension. It is a really rad car, and it's so underrated because everyone is always obsessed with the 240s, but they don't really give much love to the older cars. So we'll definitely shout him out and do a video for his new car. And update number 3. You may have noticed that the garage looks a little bit different. Check out the surroundings, and just a heads up, it is nowhere near finished yet. But we spent the last month basically pulling everything out of the garage so that we can repaint the walls. We did this back wall in black. We did the ceiling in flat white. We took out those ugly fan lights that were installed here so you can see where the outlets are still exposed. We threw up this hexagon light up here, and we're gonna put up another one here once we get this car out of the shop. And electrician's gonna come, they're gonna wire up the lights. And then the next major update, if you look at the floors, I did some updates to the floors. We grinded out, jackhammered the old concrete. This is only a 3-inch slab, and you can see it's already cracked. And we're gonna put a 2-post lift in here, a full-size 2-post lift with a base plate. It's not gonna be like one of those huge ones for trucks, but it's gonna be a 9.5-foot post, so it's gonna go all the way almost up to our 10.5-foot ceiling. We did 12-inch of concrete slab. This is a 36 by 30 footing. We did on both sides, obviously, and we have now let this cured. They literally just finished this up today. You can see it's still wet and now it's curing. The next thing we're gonna do once we get the lift, we have a garage guy. He's going to end up removing this center mounted motor and these tracks, and we're gonna do a high lift track and a side mounted motor, so that way we can get the garage door to open as close to the ceiling as possible, so we have that clearance to lift the car up like 5-6 feet in the air, so we can obviously stand and work underneath the car. A big upgrade from the quick jack that we have here. And if we step outside, they also just did this today, and you probably haven't seen much on the channel, but this used to be a really steep incline with a lot of sharp edges. Oh, they cut it all up and now they leveled it with some concrete and stone. And then next week we're gonna bring out the blacktop, and we're gonna do a nice, very smooth gradient. That way low cars can go in and out of the garage with zero issue. All right, so here is update 4. We picked up this 997 GT3, and unfortunately the 718 Spider that you guys saw a couple months ago, we sold that. Loved that car, but you know, like me, I just sell things that are perfectly good in order to try out new things. And for 8 years I've always wanted a 997 GT3, and this one popped up on auction and I ended up being the lucky winner. So there was also a 996 GT3 that had a 4-liter. It was repainted Brewster green. That was like the other contender, but for me, I think I wanted to stick with the 997 just because that's what I had my eyes on this whole time. So here she is. It's an 07 GT Silver, 38,000 miles. It has Tech Art 20-inch wheels, fully stock. It just has some sway bars, and it has a GMG catback exhaust. Still has the factory headers, so it sounds really good. It's not overly loud. When I first got it, I wanted to do headers immediately, but now kind of driven it like 600 miles, I maybe will just stick with this factory headers. You know, I probably won't even keep this car that long. I've experienced it, and you know what? My brother said, don't meet your heroes, because this car actually did not meet my expectations. Probably because I've just driven and owned so many different cars that I just have a way higher standard for things that I like. And basically I like mid-engine cars, I like NA cars, manual cars. The M3 is an exception, that's a DCT, but it's because it's a track build. I actually love the DCT on the track. I just gotta button it up, make sure all the suspension is dialed in, and then I can really drive it hard. Every 911 that I've owned kind of like didn't meet expectations, other than a PDK 3RS that my friend had. It's just because the engine's in the rear, the front end feels so lightweight, and the steering is so light that when you're at like higher speeds, there's a good amount of bump steer, and just going into turns, like because the steering is so light and it feels so loose that I just don't feel confident in how the car handles at those speeds. Whereas the Boxster that I had, the 718 mid-engine, felt way more planted and the steering was not as loose. It was a tighter feel. And the M3 has a really tight steering wheel, which I love. Just gives you so much more confidence when you're driving spiritedly. You'll probably see a few more videos on maintenance and maybe some mods later on in the channel. But let's get to the M3, which we have spent several weeks on building into a track car. So let's show you what we did. It's been on these quick jacks for a couple weeks now. Way longer than I anticipated, because UPS and FedEx have been basically delaying or losing everything that I bought. The brake kit that I bought for this car got lost in the mail, so that's sick. But let's pop the hood. Car's extremely dirty from all the concrete work that we did, but I did a little bit of a wipe down in here. In the engine bay, we did new valve covers, Vanos covers, all new fluids, took the plenum off. We did spark plugs, fuel injectors, new spark plug tubes. I'm probably forgetting a whole bunch of stuff. New plenum tubes, full DO 88 cooling kit. So that's gonna be the DCT, the power steering, the radiator, the oil cooler. We did a thermostat, water pump, all fluids, did the DO 88 radiator hoses. I even put on this carbon fiber intake that we got. This was used, so that's why it's like mismatched. We got the Technocraft carbon cover, the AFE carbon dry intake, and new power steering reservoir. We even added in this little overfill because, as you know, when the power steering gets hot, there's a hole here and fluid just sprays all over the engine bay and it makes a huge mess. But that's really it in the engine bay. We probably did a couple other things, some sensors and miscellaneous stuff, but everything in here is refreshed. Rod bearings are already done, throttle actuator is already done. Last oil analysis I did came back super clean, so I am not worried about this engine whatsoever. And the red covers actually look really nice in here. I kind of thought it was gonna stick out too much, but I'm glad I went with the red and not like boring silver or black. Gives it a little nice pop when you open the hood. We also did some aero, front splitter, good canards. I have a GT4 wing that we put on from Carbon Productions. This is a German company. This is not like a cheap eBay wing. And we got a donor trunk from some guy on Facebook for 80 bucks. Can't really beat that, and it's Alpine white, so it matches the car perfectly. And we're doing a whole bunch of suspension upgrades. So we have ISC track coilovers, we did the full SPL kinematics kit, Hotchkiss sway bars, adjustable end links. We painted the wheel hubs black, so if we ever run capless wheels, it's not going to be like this rusty thing sticking out in the middle of the wheel. We did take off all the brakes in preparation for the new brakes, which is to be Gyrodisc floating rotors with Hawk pads and brake ducted heat shields that we were going to run off the GT4 splitter because we actually like functional things and not things just for show. So we even had 3-inch brake ducting to tuck around our new Turner Motorsports all aluminum construction skid plate that we haven't put on yet, but that's going to come pretty much last. And you can see how massive that DCT cooler is, and it comes with this carbon fiber air duct, which is really sick. I didn't know they had that. So guys, I just gave you the full rundown on what's going on with the channel, the shop, the cars, so you were updated with everything. And once again, on the giveaway, I'll post the instructions down below. We'll probably end it end of July or early August. I will think of a date and then I'll put it down below, but it will be a few weeks out from today or when I post this video. But yeah, guys, we're very excited for what's going on with the garage. I know we've been slacking on getting the proper garage set up for quite some time now, but because we have a lot more customer cars coming in from the channel, from the Instagram page, we're finally going to go the next step and build out this garage to what I've always wanted, which was a 2-post lift with really good lighting, a good driveway entrance, and we already have the Icon tool chest that we bought last summer. Yeah, we bought it last summer, and that's been a huge upgrade. Now I have all the room for my storage, and we're probably gonna get some nice like storage racks to hide away all the fluids and additional stuff, extra parts that we might have. And then we're probably gonna put some nice decor on the walls, thinking about insulation and a mini split for heating and cooling, but that may have to wait till the very end because I think that's like a $6,000 job for the insulation, and then another couple thousand for the mini split, plus the install, the electrical work. So it all adds up. So again, we're investing into the channel, we're investing into the business for you guys, and I want to keep bringing you guys more consistent content, better content, and just to be casual about it, because I know I was putting a lot of effort into editing and maybe setting up too many camera angles, but I figured out I started to lose my love for making videos, and I think it's because I was trying too hard to be like the big YouTuber vlog style, where you have like a lot of fast cuts and just crazy angles and music and stuff like that. But you know, I did YouTube for a long time now, and I just like to just make videos, show you guys what's going on, and just have fun with it. So with that, closing out this video, I hope you enjoyed and you are excited just as much as I am and Ben. And we're gonna put Ben a lot more on the channel, as well as my brother Gabe, and we'll get some other guys out here as well, because they've all put a ton of effort into this car, into the garage, and I gotta shout you guys all out. So with that, good luck on the giveaway, and we'll see you in the next one.